Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am excited because today marks the beginning of the journey of trying to transform one of these GR Corollas into a competitive stage rally car. We have a set of studded tires waiting to go on the GR Corolla, and we were going to use them for last video, but one of the downsides with the GR Corollas from the factory is the fact that the stock braking setup on the front of the car does not allow you to run any wheel smaller than an 18-inch rim. Now, this isn't only an issue because we're trying to put some studded tires on the car to go have some fun on the ice. This is also an issue because rally cars only use 15-inch gravel wheels. Rally cars use 15-inch gravel wheels for one very important reason, and that is actually to do with the tires. Now, I have a couple examples of some blown tires, a brand new tire, and then we have one that is mounted on a good rim right here in front of me. And the reason that you use this big of a tire and the reason that these things are so heavy is because they need extra reinforcement compared to, let's say, a regular road tire. And that's because we are hitting everything on the road, no matter if it's rocks, bumps, trees, anything. We are going flat out over every condition, and these tires have to be able to take it. Now, don't get me wrong, some tires definitely cannot take it, but what's interesting about rally is the fact that this tire went flat, not because the tire gave out, but it's actually because the rim got a hole in it from the amount of rocks and things that scrape the inside barrel of one of these tires. You guys can kind of see it right here. Rally is one of the most abusive motorsports on the planet, and we have to test our parts and do a lot of R&D to make sure that the parts will not fail on us during a stage. Now that I've given you guys a small breakdown on gravel tires, it leads us into today's video and what is in my right hand. Today we're going to be installing this caliper bracket. Now this is off of a GR Yaris from Japan that had the RC kit equipped to it from the factory. So this is actually an OEM piece from Toyota. This bracket is a smaller version of the OEM bracket that comes on the GR Corollas, and this is going to allow us to shrink down the caliper with the new rotor and the new brake pads that we got, and allow us to finally fit up a 15-inch gravel wheel. And like I said, this is basically just a platform for us to build off of. We are probably gonna make these brackets out of billet. We are also going to be designing a two-piece rotor so that we can get much better rotor wear and much better performance out of the pads and the rotors so that when we go racing, we don't have brake failure. We're gonna get with the installation of today's video. I thought we would do a little bit of a shake transition just like last video. So here is the OEM setup on the GR Corollas, and here it is, the new Yaris RC 15-inch rotor kit. The fitment on this entire kit was perfect. I appreciate it, Matt, for all the work you did trying to figure this stuff out a couple years ago, right when these cars came out. Everything worked great, and honestly, it was a super easy install. The kit also came with dust shields. Now, the reason I didn't install those is because I need to be able to see the back of the rotor, make sure that the rotor wear and the pads and everything, I just need to be able to have a little bit more visibility. I also wanted to give you guys a size representation of how big the rotor is. So that's a stock rotor versus the entire 15-inch rotor setup. Now that we have the kit installed on the car though, I want to get a full set of gravel wheels on the car, get it on the ground so that we can see how it looks. This thing looks so sick. Look at this. Just look at it. It is so freaking cool, you guys. I cannot wait. Every single mod that we do that has anything to do with rally gets me that much more excited to start testing the Money Shift car. I think our goal to start testing the full car being complete is like the middle of April because we have some events planned in May and June. We will, of course, touch on that a little bit later. But in terms of the wheels, the fitment, the color, the tires, it's great. The caliper fitment is definitely going to work out. We have a couple mils in between the wheel barrel and the actual caliper itself. So the RC Yaris brackets, perfect. When it comes to wheel fitment though, sadly these wheels definitely are not up to my standard when it comes to hella flush. These wheels are 15x7 plus 28 offset, and they're meant to be going on like an Evo or like a GD chassis Subaru. Luckily, I have some spacers laying around. I have a 10 mil spacer and a 20 mil spacer. So I'm gonna be doing a little bit of playing around with spacing, try and get a good dimension for what we're gonna run for the rally cars, because we are actually cutting our own custom wheels. Hopefully one day we can have them for sale so that you guys can buy them as well.
Tomorrow.
Last night, I was starting to play around with spacing. I was gonna do like a 10 mil spacer on that side, to come over do a 20 mil spacer on this side. And as I was filming that, I was jacking up the car and I actually smoked myself in the face with the handle of the jack. That definitely did not feel good in any way. I cut the outside of my chin kind of right in here, and then I also cut the inside of my mouth. Moving on from that, I actually found out that the 20 mil spacer works the best. So these wheels are plus 28 offset. I used a 20 mil spacer, which would bring it to right around a plus 8 offset. And I think what we're actually gonna do is go and just make it even. We're gonna work with about a plus 5 offset for the wheels that we are gonna get cut. Last night, after I was done fixing the wheels, I got my chin under control. I did take the car out for a little bit of a rip, made sure to bed in the brakes correctly, and everything worked perfectly. So 100% the RC Yaris brake kit has the Nemtech seal of approval. If you guys are looking for this RC Yaris kit for your own car, I believe Matt's Instagram link down in the description. You guys can message him. I want to move on to explaining to you guys what the plans are with my mom's GR Corolla. This car is going to be built for the ultimate daily driver track car. Now, what that means is we're going to upgrade the cooling, we're going to do some suspension work, we're going to be doing wheels and tires, but the one main difference between this GR Corolla and our world's fastest 500 horsepower GR Corolla is the fact that this one is staying stock transmission, and we are going to be modifying it so that you guys can finally see an example of someone who beats the hell out of their car and is able to make it last and be reliable. Now, that being said, one of the coolest parts that we are hopefully in the near future going to be installing on my mom's GR Corolla is this. Now, this is a standalone Motec ECU, and we are patiently waiting for the plug-and-play kit to work with the GR Corollas. They have them for the GR Yaris's already, and hopefully the GR Corolla ones will be out anytime now. I've been waiting for like 6 months, dude. Besides all of the parts that this car will be receiving, I also have designed a brand new wrap design, and here is a little bit of a sneak peek of it. Now, with the wrap design comes a new look for the car. We are adding a whole bunch of aero, but we also are going to be attempting to do a 2025 facelift front end on this car. I know a lot of you have been interested in that. I've gotten a lot of messages, and I have a bumper on order. I should be receiving it within the next week or two, so hopefully in a video coming very soon, we will have a updated 2025 GR Corolla. Hopefully by next week, I will actually be traveling out to Nevada, getting a update with Dan. We will be filming a video so that you guys are completely in the know-how of everything that's going on with the Rally GR Corolla. Sorry that today's video was a little bit shorter than normal. It is the beginning of the race season. My dad is actually racing Rally this year in my old Rally car that I was racing last year. And I got a lot of time into getting that whole thing ready for his first race. I have a lot of time in making sure that we're staying on schedule for both this car and the Money Shift car out in Nevada. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. 2025 is going to be a great year. If you guys want to be a part of it, make sure go down below, hit the subscribe button, leave a like if you guys like this video. And if you guys want any merchandise, there's a link down in the description, nemtechshop.com or shopnemtech.com. I don't know which one it is, but one of those two, you guys can pick up a t-shirt, and we also have our new hats on there. I would really appreciate it. There's a whole bunch of people that went and bought them from the last couple of videos, and to you guys, I say thank you, and your support helps a million. This year is going to be insane, 2025. The year of the GR Corolla is here. And with that, this video is officially over. We will see you guys next week with a new one. Peace.